It's December 9, 2013 on a Monday, 10:21 a.m. Pacific Time. Up next, Australia determined to vaccinate by release of aerosolized GMO vaccine. This is by Dave Mihalovic of the Viral Post. It's dated December 4, 2013. And there you see a big old chemtrail plane. The Office of the Gene Technology Regulator, OGTR, is on its way to approve a license application from PaxVax, Australia, for the intentional release of a GMO vaccine consisting of live bacteria into the environment in Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Victoria. According to the regulator, it qualifies as a limited and controlled release under Section 50A of the Gene Technology Act 2000. PaxVax is seeking approval to conduct the clinical trial of a genetically modified live bacterial vaccine against cholera. Once underway, the trial is expected to be completed within 1 year, with trial sites selected from local government areas in Queensland, South Australia, Victoria, and Western Australia. PaxVax has proposed a number of control measures they say will restrict the spread and persistence of the GM vaccine and its introduced genetic material. However, there is always a possibility of these restrictions failing and infecting wildlife and ecosystems. And let's read more on that. Aerial vaccines have used in the United States directed towards animals by the use of plastic package dropped by planes or helicopters. Sanofi, who is one of the largest vaccine manufacturers in the world, has subsidiary companies such as Mariel Limited, who manufacture Raborol, an oral live virus poisonous to humans yet distributed wildlife in the masses. In 2006, Michael Greenwood wrote an article for the Yale School of Public Health entitled "Aerial Spraying Effectively Reduces Incidence of West Nile Virus in Humans." The article stated that the incidence of human West Nile virus cases can be significantly reduced through large-scale aerial spraying that targets adult mosquitoes, according to research by the Yale School of Public Health and the California Department of Public Health. Under the mandate for aerial spraying for specific vectors that pose a threat to human health, aerial vaccines known as DNA vaccine enhancements and recombinant vaccine against West Nile virus may be tested or used to protect the people from vector infection exposures. DNA vaccine enhancements specifically use Epstein-Barr viral capsids with multi-human complement cases. DNA vaccine enhancements specifically use Epstein-Barr viral capsids with multi-human complement cases to activators to neutralize antibodies. The recombinant vaccines against West Nile virus use rabbit beta globulin, or the poly A signal of the SV40 virus. In early studies of DNA vaccines, it was found that the negative result studies would go into the category of future developmental research projects in gene therapy. During the studies of poly A signaling of this SV40 for West Nile virus vaccines, it was observed that West Nile virus will lie dormant in individuals who were exposed to chickenpox. Thus, upon exposure to West Nile virus aerial vaccines, the potential for the release of chickenpox virus would cause a greater risk to having adult onset shingles. California aerial spraying for West Nile virus and SV40. In February 2009 to present date, aerial spraying for the West Nile virus occurred in major cities within the state of California. Did you know that? During spraying of Anaheim, California, a Caucasian female, age 50, was exposed to heavy spraying while doing her daily exercise of walking several miles. Heavy helicopter activity occurred for several days in the area. After spraying, she experienced lightheadedness, nausea, muscle aches, and increased low back pain. She was evaluated for toxicological mechanisms that were associated with pesticide exposure due to aerial spraying utilizing advanced biological monitoring testing. The test results, which included protein band testing utilizing protein-coupled response methods, were positive for KD45. KD45 is the protein band for SV40, simian green monkey virus. Oh, gee. Oh, boy. Additional tests were performed for Epstein-Barr virus capsid and cytomeglia virus, which are used in bioengineering for gene delivery systems through viral protein envelope and adenoviral protein envelope technology. The individual was positive for both, indicating a highly probable exposure to a DNA vaccination delivery system through nasal inhalation. Breathing it through the nose. Pentagon document revealed aerial vaccination plans. In the quarterly FunVax review in June 2007, the report lists the objective of a project listed as ID 149AZ2 as a preparation of a viral vector that will decrease the expression of a specific disruption gene, VMAT2, within a human population. They're experimenting on us, folks. They're spraying us with all this stuff and they're experimenting. They're using everybody as experimental guinea pigs. Doesn't this say all that you need to know, folks? It further indicates in the abstract that 6 methods of viral or virus dispersal were tested, including high altitude release, water supply release, insect transmission, and various methods of diffusion. It says here they're going to aerosolize GMO vaccines and spray it all over you out there. Look at this. Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Victoria. There is no reason why in the world I cannot think of one reason in the world for an airplane to be spraying anything on anybody from the air. This is insanity, folks.